Hello and welcome back to day 51 of my daily option selling channel. As you can see, today's market was, well, it wasn't the best friend, an option seller, but I still made some money, and I'll show you exactly how I made money today. And I'll do a trade breakdown. I'll tell you exactly what hedges I took, what adjustments I took, and like what were my trades, like what strikes did I select. So yeah, now let's begin. So first of all, today there was a major news flash, and that was that Jane Street will be, coming back to the market. So it was for mostly for, those retailers who were thinking that yes, the company is now gone, so the market can be, more stable now. But no, it's coming back, and they paid their, fees, and that's just how the Indian market works. If you are like big enough and you manipulate the market, I mean, I won't call that manipulation what they did. That that was like really smart, in fact, by like my standards. So I won't call it manipulation, but most of the retailers call their tactics manipulation. So I guess that's on them. So what they did was they just paid their fees of about, sorry, fine of about 5,000 crores, and they got access to the stock market again. And it wasn't exactly access again, they still have to do some other things, but over and all they got their access again. And so there will be back, and moves like, these will be coming back, like candle up, down, and these will be back. And so yeah, let's see how it goes. So today so let me like talk about my today's trade now. So today I was trading a straddle of 25,100. So which is over here. So this was my straddle strike, and first hedge was of 24,850, which is over here. So this was my first hedge, and my on the top side my hedge was of 25,350, so which is over here. And you might be noticing something, like every time I make my video, every time I do a trade breakdown, I always show you guys the strikes I took. But if you guys are watching carefully, you might have noticed one thing: all my strikes are always, in any video that you take, is like always like about, 250 points away. So this is like my, comfort hedge. I can, I can like make the hedge like over here, like all the way up here, like more OTM. But I feel more comfort in like using hedges that those are like only 250 points away. So I get the maximum amount of theta decay, but I don't also lose, you know, money from the hedges, so I don't bleed that. So that's good. And on the expiry, I just kind of shift them towards, more closer prices, because on expiry, I don't want to deal with the random spikes. So yeah, these were my trades today, and I have already told you that these I was, trading a straddle. So now let's move to the straddle price analysis now. So today's straddle price, it was like interesting to say the least. It was like almost feeling like it was like fully manipulated, like somebody was making the price like this. So, people can see like this is some kind of manipulation. The price usually does not fall like this, like usually it does not. And I also have another signal that the market, might be getting ready to, do a trap, or, start a market movement. And I've even updated that at the Telegram channel, but I'll talk about it in a bit. But first, let's just talk about this. So again, this movement, this is like not really normal. This is not how the price falls. And if it falls like fast at the starting, you might have noticed that, and then it goes sideways, or it like stays sideways till like 12, and then it falls, or it falls like a bit normal. This is not completely, this is like a completely, smooth slope, so almost. So if you think about it, so I won't, consider this a, normal price. So it opened at 229, it made a high of 233, and at the last, 4 5 minutes it fell like a lot. But it doesn't really matter, because of the average closing, it would be like still up at 200. So that was the still price analysis. And so now let's look at the option chain. So at 25,000, a lot of new contracts were added, and a lot of put option were like shorted at 25,000. So I can say that 25,000 can or cannot be like the low for this week. I think the market will expire above 25,000 unless this is a big unless there is like a big news or something that the market just has to respect. So that is when the 25,000 can break. But today I saw that the 25,000 strike was kept adding on like more open interest, and contracts were just being added. And on the resistance side, I don't want to give like a resistance on top, because on the higher time frame I think the market is still bullish. But if you think about it, 25,200, this is a good resistance, because it's just above this supply zone or whatever you can call this. So yeah, that is OI analysis. And now my positions for today. So here you go. I made about 11,000 in profit, which is about 0.8%. I used a capital of about 14 lakhs. And yeah, I've also updated my Excel sheet. So here you go. This is the entry time. This is the PNL, exit time. I did take adjustment today. Now my total PNL is up to 3 lakhs and 48,000, and this is my PNL graph. So I'm still in a bit drawdown from that 17,000 loss that I did, but it's okay. I'll cover it slowly. It's all about patience. And now the Telegram channel, so you can join it. I give update about this is the main thing that I noticed today, that call and put both were having their OI falling, but the futures OI was rising. And whenever this happens, when like both of the strikes lose OI but futures gain OI, that usually means that some big player is like silently positioning himself or themselves for a market movement. And you can't see that on the charts, but it happens. So yeah, I think there is a market movement incoming, and I'm like predicting it right now. It can be tomorrow, because tomorrow is the sensex expiry, and all of you know how it behaves. Either it triggers a short covering and the market moves up 2%, or it goes completely sideways. So let's see how that goes. So yeah, anyways, that was basically it for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.